Moving on to 1A, you take a look at the polls this week, plus the receiving votes teams. We don't have anybody locally that is either in the poll or receiving votes. So it could be a short season in the postseason for our 1A teams. But if you take a look at sectional 35, Fremont at Southwood, Triton at Adams Central, Northfield at Central Noble, LaVille at North Miami, who locally do you think can come out and perhaps win this sectional?
I would be very surprised if Adams Central North Miami is not the championship game in this, and that's going to be a really, really good game. Forget Adams Central's 5-4, North Miami 6-3. Adams Central plays a little bit tougher schedule than the Three Rivers Conference that North Miami's in. I know Warrior fans would take offense to that, but it's not the level of the ACAC. But Adams Central North Miami is going to be a championship game in this. The spread offense in North Miami could create some problems for Adams Central, but it's nothing they haven't seen before. And we all know, don't doubt Adams Central late in the postseason. I mean, this is a program that gets better as the season goes on, and every year they start out like 1-3 or 2-4, and you're like, oh, Adams Central's down, and then they get rolling. And so it should be a great sectional championship game with Adams Central and North Miami.
Yeah, Michael Mosier has done a really nice job when it comes to the postseason with his Jets program. Yeah. Class A, sectional 36, the final one we're talking about, Westdale at Tri-Central, LaPel at South Adams, Southern Wells at Sheridan, Union City at Monroe Central, and Union City comes in 6-3, Tri-Central's 8-1. But when it comes to playoff time, it's hard to count out Sheridan. They're a 5-4 team. Southern Wells has had a tough season from the fact that they have not played a true home game this year because their field, as dry it was in the summer, they don't have a field really. So that record is a little skewed, and they're obviously good when it comes to the playoffs. But Sheridan, even at 5-4, they're in the top 10. That's a tough football team to play in the postseason.
It doesn't matter where this game's going to be played. God bless the Southern Wells kids, but they're playing Sheridan. What is it, 10 state championships for Bud Wright?
I believe it is 10 because Lures has 10 as well.
Right. So Bud Wright knows what to do when it comes tournament time. Sheridan's going to, they'll have a tough matchup with 6-3 Union City, but I would be surprised if Sheridan's not in the championship game. And it looks like Tri-Central at 8-1. Will probably be their foe. South Adams had such a great season last year. They took a big step back this year. Jason Arnold's going to move over to the athletic director's job after this season, so they'll have a new coach next year. It's just been a long year for Southern Wells and South Adams both, but it's time to move on to basketball season.
Yeah, those two programs lost some big-time seniors coming into this year, and it's just tough to replace that at a 1A school where you don't have the depth you do at a 4A or a 5A. All right, so you'll be out there on Friday night. Where are you going?
I am going to Homestead Snyder.
All right.
So I'll be out at the big game.
I have no idea where I'm going yet. We haven't made out the schedule.
There's so many good games to go see.
There really are. Homestead Snyder will be our game of the week, so we'll have complete coverage leading up to the game and on Friday night. Tom will have coverage every day in the paper. But for this edition of Inside the Zone, I'm Glenn Marini. He's Tom Davis. We'll see you next week when we're talking second round.